Hi guys, today I'm showing you how I made this delicious coconut sponge cake separated by a white chocolate heavy cream filling. Let's get started. I start with butter at room temperature, as always, and then I add in total about 2 cups of sugar. And by the way, the exact ingredients can be found in the link below. I add 1 cup at a time, mix well, and then I go to the eggs. In total, I add about 4 eggs to this batter, but I leave about 30 to 60 seconds before adding each egg. The result is a really rich, creamy consistency, which already looks delicious in my opinion. Now, this is a coconut sponge cake, so let's give it some coconut flavor. And I do this by preparing some coconut milk, adding in 3 tablespoons of coconut butter, heating this up so it melts, and then I'm working in the meantime on the dry ingredients. I have here just regular flours, adding in baking powder and a dash of salt. And then I had forgotten to add vanilla extract, so I'm adding it to the butter batter there. And then I'm sifting in the dry ingredients and now the coconut milk and coconut oil or butter and mixing that until it's well combined. And then I separate this cake batter between 3 aluminum cake tins. These are Wilton cake tins and I love them. And then these cakes go into the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes at 170 degrees Celsius. And this is how they look afterwards. Now I level the cakes off the next day, and then I prepare the filling. For the filling, I have about 200 grams of white chocolate. I'm adding in some heavy cream and melting it over a water bath. With the remainder of the heavy cream, I use a stiffener. This is a German product. This helps me get the heavy cream really, really stiff, so that's what I've done. And now in the meantime, my white chocolate has melted. I'm stirring it just lightly to bring it to room temperature, adding in a little bit of heavy cream to it to just bring it to room temperature even better. And then I add this white chocolate mixture to the beaded heavy cream and combining that. And this is a really, really yummy, creamy mixture. It's not sweet enough for me yet, so I'm adding in 2 big tablespoons of powdered sugar. And then I'm done with it. Now I'm preparing a coconut syrup, and I do this by combining coconut milk and water and 2 tablespoons of sugar, bringing that to heat, stirring it until the sugar is completely dissolved. Then I bring it all together. So here we have the coconut sponge cakes, adding in the syrup on top, and then adding a pretty generous amount of the heavy white chocolate cream to the middle. Then I have some coconut flakes, and I add the next layer of cake. Almost done with this. So I wanted to create kind of a naked effect cake, meaning I didn't want to just completely wrap the cake in any kind of buttercream or heavy cream. I leave it as is. Just make sure I scrape down the sides to make it even. And then of the white chocolate heavy cream mixture I had some left. I combined that with powdered sugar and butter to make it a thicker consistency that I could pipe. So I'm piping it on top of the cake, and then finally adding in some Raffaello balls and a happy birthday topper because it was my mom's birthday cake. If you enjoyed this recipe, please give this video a thumbs up to let me know if you want to see more videos of me or by me in English. And I'll see you guys later. Bye! Thanks for watching.